What's up, guys? This is Damien J, and this is Bourbon Base and Barbells. This week, we'll be taking a look at the Dickel Bourbon Whiskey 8-Year. All right, guys, so this week we're going to be talking about the George Dickel 8-Year Bourbon. This is a pretty landmark event for Dickel. This is the first time they've actually put the word bourbon on any of their products. Typically, they put Tennessee whiskey, even though all of their products could be classified as bourbon. They choose to put Tennessee whiskey on it, just like Jack Daniels does. They have like the number 8, the number 12. Both of those are known as Tennessee whiskeys. Even the bottles that I have here that I'll be comparing it to later, they have the word whiskey, and then it's the Scottish form of it. They took out the E and left the Y. So first time, I'm going to be giving this a try today. We'll see what I think of this sweet, sweet Dickel. It's very light. You know, it's a 90 proof. So it's very light. It's the typical notes that you'd expect. You got your VOC, vanilla oak, more of a caramel than a cherry, a very light brown sugar, some vanilla notes inside of there. Let's go ahead and give her a sip. It's very light. Gosh, it's almost like a tea. I keep looking at the screen when I should be looking at the camera. It almost tastes like a tea, like a sweet tea. Yeah, it's very tea-like. I'm not even sure how else to put it. It tastes like tea. Dickel has this reputation for tasting like Flintstones vitamins. A lot of people say it's the water that they use. I'm not getting that at all. I'm not getting a very mineral taste from this at all. It's exactly what I said. It's very sweet tea, hints of vanilla in there, maybe like a dash of cherry. It's not even ethanol-y, if that's a word. I was expecting it to kind of be. This is actually pretty fantastic. I might have to pour more of this. Wow, this is really good. There is that third sip. I kind of got a little bit of the mineral taste there. It doesn't taste like Flintstone vitamins, but it definitely has like a mineral kind of grit to it. I'm gonna hang out here and see if we could taste this finish. And I'm gonna pour a little bit more of this Dickel, this sweet, sweet Dickel. It's very light. It's just all VOC. I really like it. How much is this bottle? Let's see. I think I spent 40 on it. I think I paid the tater prices for it. So suggested retail is $32.99 on this guy. It is 84% corn, which is interesting. I don't get a ton of corn off of it. It's sweet. Brown sugar, touch of vanilla. It tastes like tea, guys. It's very almost Arnold Palmery without the lemonade, which makes it tea. You dum-dum. I don't know why I even said it. I like it. It doesn't have much of a finish though. It sits there and it just goes away. Let me set it down for a second. Let's put it over to the side. I mean, there's a touch of vanilla on the finish, but that's about it. There's no heat in this thing at all. I mean, it's 90 proof, 45% alcohol. I don't taste any burn whatsoever. It's kind of, I hate to say it, I always hate saying uneventful on the finish, but it's completely uneventful on the finish. I will say that it is kind of refreshing. It's kind of like having tea on a hot day. So it has that going for it. Yeah, not much of a finish at all. It is a pretty stinking good bourbon though. It's got great legs too, by the way. Really sticks to the glass. It's kind of just refreshing. You know, at 90 proof, it doesn't have that mineral taste that Dickel's kind of known for and people kind of mess with them about. tasting like Flintstones vitamins. It doesn't have any of that. Now, whoa. So now I'm picking up minerals on the nose. And I don't know if it's just in my head because I'm thinking about it, but I'm definitely picking up the minerals there. I think this is a great buy. If you can find this thing, I imagine it's going to fly off the shelves because, again, it is the first time they've ever used the word bourbon in it. So I'm sure that, people are just going to go scramble to go get it just for that. As far as like something that I would consider, I always hear the word daily drinker. Unfortunately, I don't drink every day. Hey, like and subscribe. Maybe I can start drinking every single day and that can be my job. But no, even then I couldn't do it. I think it's a pretty good bourbon. Like if you were just trying to, hang out on your porch and just have a sip, it feels very much to me like just having an iced tea. I imagine this thing's probably going to be too diluted with, if you threw ice in it, it would just be too diluted to have. A good way may be to chill it. I'm not a fan of that. It completely changes the flavor profile, so I have no idea what it's going to do. All right. Circling back to the Dickel bourbon. It's refreshing, guys. It's just a nice, smooth bourbon. I know people hate the word smooth, but we are going to get Dickel deep into the word smooth because, damn it, it is a smooth bourbon. No mineral taste. Again, it's very much like sweet tea. It's refreshing. It feels good on the palate. The only downside to it is that the finish is terrible. You start getting into the 9-year, you get into this, I believe 13, no, I keep saying 13. You get into this 11-year and you're like, okay, it's getting a little bit more of a punch in the front and then a nice finish at the end. But if you were just sitting around sipping bourbon, this is the guy. This Dickel is the guy. Go out and get it. $32.99. You can't go wrong. Grab one if you can. Grab two. I don't think it's going to be allocated. It may not hit your city right away. The place that I got it was kind of like one of those seedier places. That's why it cost me $40. A little honey hole that I have. They had that. They had the new Evan Williams 1783. So I grabbed both because like, oh man, the new bottle style and they changed the thing and blah blah blah. I was excited. I was like, oh, I'm getting both of these bottles today. And they had like toasted barrels on the wall. He said, you don't want a toasted barrel? You don't want an Elijah Craig barrel proof? I was like, I got those. He's like, McKenna? I was like, I got a McKenna. I'm good at all of those. So if you see it, go pick it up. I think it's worth it. It is a fantastic sipping bourbon. I don't know if $32.99 is the price point where anybody's going to be like, yeah, that's going to be my daily drinker. I feel like, are there bourbons that are better at 32? But yeah, I would say yes. There's tons out there. I mean, you can pick up an Evan Williams bottled in bond and it's going to be pretty stinking good for, 12. Well, is it 12 now? I think it's like $18. Maybe $18, anywhere between $12 and $18. But this guy, it's pretty tasty. Very much like that iced tea. I would go pick it up. That's all I got. As always, thank you for watching the show. May your bourbon be rare, your base be deep, and your barbell be heavy.